Welcome to the Weight Loss by Pete podcast, where our mission is to teach you how to lose weight in a healthy, sustainable, and permanent way. Here are your permanent weight loss experts, Peter Weintraub and Evan Freeman.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Weight Loss by Pete podcast. I'm Coach Pete Weintraub.
I'm Coach Evan Freeman.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about another fad diet that we recently saw. It was in Penn Jillette. He's the loud one in Penn and Teller, the magical crew literally in Las Vegas. And he writes about a diet that he used to lose quite a bit of weight. I think it said he averaged 0.9 pounds a day, so about a pound a day, which is insane. Obviously not a way you want to do it. We'll get into that in a bit. But basically, Evan, what he did was for 2 weeks, all he ate were potatoes. Nothing. No meat, no other vegetables, no other fruits, nothing. Just potatoes. Then after that, they introduced some whole foods, which were fruits and vegetables. And while that is obviously an improvement over eating just potatoes, he's still missing out on a lot of nutrients. So Evan, what was the first thing you want to point out about why that's not a great method of eating?
It's insane. Potatoes don't have high nutritional value. One, they're simple sugar, so they're broken down extremely quickly.
Yep.
He's probably basically starving himself, which is why he actually lost weight. It probably had nothing to do with eating the potatoes. He probably ate that and barely ate during the day, and that's why he lost weight. And 0.9 pounds a day, holy crap, it's way too much.
Yeah. I mean, scientifically, we're only supposed to lose anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds a week. So I guess we'll say 2 for safety's sake. If you lose more than that, it doesn't matter if you have, like him, he had 100 pounds to lose. It doesn't matter if you have 100 pounds to lose or 10 pounds to lose. If you lose more than 2 pounds a week, there's going to be residual effects. You're going to have a lot of extra skin. And that's why you see people on shows like The Biggest Loser, they'll lose 15, 20 pounds a week. And everyone thinks, oh, they look so good. When they take their shirts off and you see their chest is literally, like men, their chest is literally sagging below, like an 80-year-old woman. And, they have fat folds everywhere and skin folds everywhere. It's not an attractive thing. Then you have to worry about surgery because there's no way you can undo that damage. So it's important to stay in that 2 pound per week range. So like Evan said, he probably wasn't eating very much when he was having the potatoes. And secondarily too, beyond that point, it's just not healthy. Like it puts a lot of strain on your body when you lose a lot of weight rapidly. It's common for a lot of people when they first lose weight to lose, anywhere from 3 to 7 pounds in week 1, but most of that's water weight. After that, things start to regulate and are a little more consistent and within the range that we want to do. But, Evan, I'm sick of these things. We did an episode when we first started the Fitness Retriever podcast on Oprah and how she's a big proponent for Weight Watchers, which is
I hate Oprah.
Yeah, and I hate Weight Watchers. I hate both of them.
Yes.
But, they advocate, portion control based on points. So every food has a different point, and depending on your goal and whatever, you have a certain number of points that you have to eat with throughout the day. But you can get to those points eating garbage. And her whole commercial was, I love bread. And then bullshit. Yeah, it's just, I'm getting sick of that. And then you see Bill Clinton, because he's been prominently in the news. It's election day here in the United States. And obviously Hillary is running for office. So Bill's been in the news quite a bit too. And outside of having sexual relations with many, many women that aren't Hillary, he's been in the news for his new diet. Because I was like, oh, he looks so good. And he's a vegetarian.
He looks like he's dead.
Yeah, he looks like
a corpse.
He looks like that dude from, did you watch Tales of the Crypt when you were younger?
Yeah.
He looks like the host of that show.
The Crypt Keeper.
He has the long, scraggly hair. Okay, so we're omnivores, all right? And omnivore means that our bodies need a combination of meat and plant-based foods in order to survive. We're not carnivorous primarily. We're not herbivores primarily. There's a certain blend that we need to eat in order to function optimally. Our bodies do not produce enough fat or protein on their own in order to function optimally. So we have to get those from our sources. carbohydrates are non-essential macronutrient, meaning utilizing eating primarily fat and protein, our bodies can then function optimally and convert those into energy. But long story short, a lot of vegetarians too are devoid of basic nutrients. And as a result, like we were just making fun of Bill Clinton. And a lot of vegetarians are like this. You look at vegetarian conferences, oh, we're herbivores, we're so healthy. And you look at the woman who's, saying that on the video, and she looks the same. She looks like she's literally rotting away and she's a corpse. Guys, it's all about eating a well-balanced diet. And what Penn and Teller and what these celebrities are doing with all these different fad diets, that's 3 different fad diets, and people don't know what to turn to if they're not educated on this. So that's why we do these shows, to educate you. So Evan, let's run through really quickly. I know we've done it a million times. Let's run through quickly again. What should folks focus on eating primarily?
What, you want the sentence or do you want the macronutrient proportions?
Let's do the sentence. Let's keep it simple today.
All right, you go with the sentence.
All right. The sentence is eat meat, vegetables, non-starchy vegetables, nuts and seeds that are raw, not roasted, salted, and all that other shit. Meats, vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, so low glycemic fruit. All right, so low sugar fruit. All right, so things like grapes and melons and things like that you want to try to avoid. Little starch. So I'm sorry, Penn Jillette, eating potatoes every day is a very bad idea for long-term weight loss. You're going to jack up your blood pressure, or your blood sugar, excuse me.
And end up with diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes.
Diabetes.
Just think about diabetes. If you don't have diabetes and you don't want diabetes, don't eat a ton of potatoes, especially for 2 weeks straight with nothing else to balance it out.
And then all he ate was corn. Well, he ate like tons of corn after that.
Which after potatoes is the second most starchy vegetable you can eat. So,
and your body doesn't process it either.
Right. And then the last part of that sentence, which we keep kind of deviating away from, is no added sugar. So obviously there's sugars in vegetables and fruits, and that's fine, as long as they're low sugar, low glycemic options. Basically, glycemic index 0 to 100. 0 means there's no sugar in there, and 100 meaning all it is sugar. And different fruits and vegetables fall along the spectrum. All right. So stay away from fruits or vegetables that have a glycemic index over 49, because 50 and above is high and far along that index. So common things like grapes, bananas, watermelon, those are things you want to try to stay away from. Good substitutes, apples, any type of berry, oranges, those are good. And if you're not sure about other fruits, we all have smartphones, we all have computers, Google it. All right. So that got us fired up. We were looking for a topic to do today. And it's like every fucking week you see one of these people just come out and say, oh, this is what I'm doing. I've lost a ton of weight. And everyone wants that quick fix. If I ate just potatoes for 2 weeks and I barely ate anything, I'd probably lose weight too. But it doesn't mean that it would be conducive to long-term health. All right. So you want to stick to the sentence we went over: meat, vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. All right. Try to keep it all organic. Try to keep everything low glycemic. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
It's like that nonsense. What was it? That cayenne pepper crap that giant, not going to say it on the podcast and not going to mention her name, was doing a few years ago.
Yeah. I mean, look, obviously,
old nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, different spices can inhibit your appetite. That's really it. It's a little trick that you can use. So you can use.
And once you start eating food, all that weight's coming back. Right. Ultimately, you're going to feel like death while you're doing it.
Right. Both when it's coming in as well as when it's going out. So, yeah, burning and pain. So you want to stay away from that. You want to stay away from that bullshit, guys. Like, there's a lot of things, like the quick tips where you can lose things fast. And I guess if you're going to a wedding in a couple of weeks, or some sort of special event, or you're going on vacation, you want to go on the beach, you want to lose 10 pounds, okay. But ultimately, you want to eat for optimal health so that you can not only look like that then, but you can look like that year round, so that it doesn't matter if something unexpected comes up, you're ready for it. All right.
And it's all about, like you said before, it's all about balance. And like we've said this a million times too. If our bodies are carb saturated and we eat a lot of carbs, where do you think those carbs are going? They're not being used.
Right.
We already have enough carbs. The rest of it's going to be stored. Our bodies are designed for survival.
Mhm.
So if you're ingesting excess of something that you don't need, your body's going to try and keep it for when it's not getting that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if your body doesn't make enough fat or protein, but it makes enough carbs, and all you're ingesting is carbs, one, unless you're not eating like, what is his name? Penn? Which one was he?
Penn
Penn, right?
Jillette.
Yeah, like he was. Yeah, you'll lose weight, but your body's not going to be healthy. If you're eating regularly, but you're only eating carbs, your body's going to store it as fat, and you're not going to lose weight. I've had a ton of people come to me in the gym. Oh, all I eat is fruit and vegetables, and I haven't lost any weight. Because all you're eating is sugars, and your body is storing the excess carbs because it thinks it needs them for later.
Right.
You need to have a balanced diet, and balanced diet doesn't mean that my plate nonsense that they're teaching now, which still has a big portion of the plate with grains.
Yeah.
Basically, the entire plate is carbs.
Yeah, there's like this little section,
and then
for protein.
and then grains, and then tiny bit of protein. Like,
and there's like no fat. Like fat's not even on the plate.
No,
Fat's
they
like
just have
above the
dairy.
plate.
Just dairy's at the side of the
Yeah,
cup.
but they say low fat or non-fat dairy. They don't even say the full fat dairy,
Yeah, they're still giving kids 2% milk in school. It's absurd.
which is sugar water.
Yeah, and then the kids get super hyped up from these high sugar breakfasts, and then and then by the end of the day, and I see it because I'm in the schools. I see it. These kids are passed out. They are completely useless after 10:30, 11 a.m.
Yeah, after they eat. Yeah.
It's because their energy source is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And like you see it. I don't understand. Like, you have to be some sort of idiot to not see that. And we said it a million times too. I used to eat every single morning. I would have cereal in high school or peanut butter and jelly.
Yep.
And when that would be at 7 a.m. And when I got to school, I'd be exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
An hour later, I'd be exhausted, and I would have no energy for the rest of the day because all my energy source was gone, and I'd be starving at 9:30 in the morning.
Yep.
So you have to see it for what it is. You have to balance out your body. Mm-hmm. It's about balancing out yourself, okay? It's not about, okay, I'm going to have equal fat, equal protein, and equal sugar, and equal carbs. It's not the way it works. Yeah. And all these other people who are having high protein, low carb diets and low fat diets are destroying their kidneys.
Yes.
You need to balance out your body.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And I mean, we won't get into the macronutrient ratios because most people listening to this are not far enough advanced and they don't have access to our coaching or our food guide. But yeah, that's exactly right. Like Evan just said, we need to ingest more, healthy fats and proteins, and we have a list of that. So what I'm going to do is attached to the links and comments below this video, I'm going to have access to our food guide. I changed it up. Yeah. And basically what the food guide goes over is 3 phases of eating. We talked about phase 1, which is quality over quantity. We explain what a high quality food is. That sentence we went over is in there, as well as a few other things that you need to know. After that, phase 2, cleaning it up. And then phase 3, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, if you have something coming up in the next couple of weeks, then the macronutrient ratios can come into play. But if you even just stick with phase 1, you're going to see exponential results, not just for like how you look, not just for losing weight, but you're going to go to the doctor. If you had high blood pressure or anything, they're going to run your bloods, they're going to do the checking. I'm like, damn, what have you been doing? And it's really not all that hard. So definitely feel free to check that out. But guys, feel free to check out our website, weightlossbypete.com. You can tweet us at weightlossPete, Twitter. Instagram's at weightlossbypete. Everything else is like at weightlossbypete. YouTube channels, youtube.com/weightlossbypete. For that, I'm Peter Weintraub.
And I'm Evan Freeman.
Talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.